What's good, people? It's your boy Roddy Too Good, back with another episode of the Pilot Show. Yes, man. Yes. Oh, man. Let's talk about it. So, not too long ago, PeeWee LongWay, Atlanta rapper, he was arrested by the feds on drugs and weapons counts. And this is some very crazy stuff. They said like the stuff he was caught with basically was worth $200 million worth of like drugs and things like that. And this is crazy. Atlanta, man. Listen, man. Atlanta for over the past couple years, Atlanta has, well, first things first. Atlanta always been like the black mecca of everything. Black mecca of Hollywood, basically, of like black film, black fashion. Like black Atlanta is definitely a hub for just like black excellence. So, and not only that, the past couple years, Atlanta has definitely been a place where a lot of like violence has occurred, and a lot of people speak on how like dangerous Atlanta has gotten in the past few years. And not to say like it always wasn't dangerous. I mean, it's just like any other place. I mean, you're gonna have your good parts and you're gonna have your hoods. Like that's just how it is. But yeah, man. So Pee Wee, he was like they're not playing, man. Like Atlanta is not playing with nobody, bro. Atlanta is definitely shutting down all these things. They trying to get back to like what it was, and that's like the black mecca, man. And that's exactly what we see with Young Thug. That's exactly what we see with these all these other people who think going down to Atlanta and really doing something is gonna make it sweet. They not playing with y'all, bro. They're definitely not playing with y'all. They're definitely out here trying to basically like clean it up, man. Cause it's a lot of things that's really making Atlanta look bad. Like, yo, it's like you could just see it. People breaking into cars, stealing cars, people getting robbed and things like that. Like, yo, we saw all this stuff and then people make jokes about it. Like, yo, Atlanta is definitely a place to where a lot of people meet up. So you got I even know some people who I went to high school with. They down in Atlanta now. You got that. You got like Jersey, New York, Chicago, Cali, Houston. Like you know what I'm saying? Or Texas, just generalizing. Florida. Like so, you got a lot of people, especially with now with like hip hop being where Atlanta being the mecca of hip hop as of right now. So you got all that thing. You got all these people from these hoods and all that stuff going to Atlanta and doing it. And I'm not saying like it's none of their faults, but I'm just saying like you got a lot of hood stuff that happens in Atlanta now, especially with the music business. So yeah, man, they're trying to correct it. I know some people don't want to hear that. I know some people just don't want to like admit like okay, maybe this person or that person shouldn't have been doing what they was doing. A lot of times we look at it as racism, but you can't really look at it as racism down there because it's a chocolate city. Like yo, everybody's black. Well, everybody's black depending on who you mess with in Atlanta. Like in the politics, people are black. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's just what this is what happens when we say policing our own, and this is what is happening currently in Atlanta. And now that people are policing their own, you have issues like people say how they hate Fonnie Willis and things like that. But this is what policing your own is look like. It look like this. It look like arresting people who's doing crime. And I know we don't want that. We don't want that to happen because we love the music that some of these people make, or we love them as just as figures in hip hop. But at the same time, we got to look at it and we got to say, listen, fam, was you out there causing terror? Was you out there messing up the streets? And that's not fair to a person who's just going to work all the time, coming home, and he has to deal with the challenges of that. Like he shouldn't be in a person shouldn't be in danger like that. Like, yo, you going back and forth to work, it shouldn't be like that. But to get into more details of Pee Wee Longway, man, we gotta see what do you have. So they're saying that he had 7.1 kilograms of fam. That yo, it's just so crazy how like drugs advance. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just how they advance and how cause fit like yo, that's like a death sentence, like for real. But he had 7.1 kilograms of fat. He had 56.21 kilograms of coke. he had 1.3 kilograms of heroin, and he had 55,248 pounds of weed. Now that is insane. Like, and then it all comes up to $200 million worth of drugs, and then not only that, he had weapons charges. He had some weapons with him, and then he also got arrested with like 30 other people, and they said that they have been working on this thing for like 2 years now. Listen, man, they not playing with you down there, man. And this is going to be interesting because he has this famous video or famous interview with VladTV where Vlad is asking him questions and saying like, hey, is this and is that and this, and he really answered it perfectly. Like, he didn't go and brag about no crimes. He didn't say nothing and then look, still ended up in jail. I promise you, son, it's probably people gonna still blame Vlad, like, oh, Vlad still got him, and like, no, bro, it's not the interview, it's you doing crime. That's what it is. Like, yo, you can say whatever you want on the camera. I hope you know that. Like, you can literally say what you want on camera. It's the actions. Like, yo, I promise you, if you can come here and say some crazy stuff, and if the actions don't follow, you will not be bothered, bro. Like, that's just how it is. It's your actions, bro. And PeeWee LongWay, man, I promise you, they still probably going to blame Vlad for this. I promise you, man. And I know that he definitely has a large fan base down there, but it's like, to be honest with you, I know like a couple songs from PeeWee LongWay, and like, yo, man, not everybody is getting funded by their music, bro. Let's just be real. And maybe so it's probably different down in the South because, you know, like, down there, yeah, you could garner a fan base that, like, I'm in Jersey. You could garner just like a crazy fan base down there and do your thing. Like, he's big enough to where he could go on like do shows here and there and stuff like that, or hop on some features and stuff. He's definitely big enough for that. But it's like, will that sustain you for the lifestyle that you want? Because if you out here foreigns, this, that, and the third, and you ain't drop music in a couple years, it's gonna look a little funny. Like, I'm just saying. And from what's on here and the stuff that he got caught with, it just definitely seems like music was not funding what he got going on. Because if music was funding you, and music was like, you really profited off your music for real, I don't think you wouldn't need to do this unless you was like some crazy street dude who never wanted to change. So, but $200 million is a lot of bread, bro. Like, that's a lot. And we gotta, and not to really like try to blame him and say anything bad about him, but it's like, we still gotta wait and see what's going on, because that's a lot. That's a lot, and that's not looking good, bro. They was on you for 2 years, and they caught you with all of this stuff. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. But yeah, man, comment down below. Tell me what y'all think about it, man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Enjoy the family, man. Peace out.